Welcome to this video for the High Velocity Market Master. In today's video, I'm going to show you a little bit of a walkthrough from trading crude oil futures on the day here that I'm recording this on Wednesday. And I wanted to take you through something as well, talk a little bit about certain news events that I know we've talked about previously in the week, how you need to be aware of the major market events. But actually, these news events create quite a bit of excellent opportunity. And one of the things that you really want to start to learn is what really moves the markets that you're trading. So one of the things that we teach you is to select markets that kind of fit your trading personality, the time of day that you can trade, where you're located around the world. All those things that are very important to making your trading decisions definitely factor into selecting the markets, but also really getting to know the markets that you're trading as far as which weekly reports, monthly reports, etc. can impact the trading and how to really react around those time frames. So in this case, today, every Wednesday at 10:30 New York time, there's an oil inventories report. And this report really does impact this market. You'll see some very large moves in this market, and it'll happen extremely quickly. In fact, you can kind of see it today. You see there's a number of bars here as I move my arrow over, but all these bars formed right when the report was released over just 1 minute. So what we recommend that you do, for instance, is we are out of all trades on this market 5 minutes before that report, so by 10:25. We sit aside until about 10:34, 10:35. 5 minutes is definitely enough time to stand aside, and then we jump in. And some of the best trading, it's not perfect, but it's really typically very, very good after the release of the report. And 5 minutes. Now I'm showing you on the report or on the chart here a couple cases where we could have got long and actually hit a target, even had a re-entry and hit a target. But all this is happening when the news was just announced, and the liquidity and the volumes, everything's happening so quickly. I don't consider this a time when you're going to really be able to execute. So even though on the chart it works out and it makes money, when you trade, it can't just be what's happening on the chart. You actually have to be able to execute. But look at the opportunity that's going to arrive a few minutes later. So here we are, we get our short setup down here, as you can see. This is with our High Velocity Market Master calculator. It's based off of a cross of our momentum indicators that are happening. And it's determined the entry, and you see the red arrow where we went short at 71.36. And we're trying to get down to here for our full target, down in this case 71.07. The line right here is our money management, where we'll look to drop our risk, possibly even lock in a little bit of profit. And the market moves on up and down a little bit, as you can see here, but we're still holding on our short, still holding. One of the great things about this method, as you can see, is we can kind of hang in there while the market's oscillating up and down, and ultimately we're going to get the break lower here to our full target, and that's going to go ahead and give us 29 cents, and on crude oil, that's $10 per penny, so it's a $290 trade. It only took a few minutes, and we didn't have to trade this with the report. So many people think they have to trade right with the news when the markets take off. But whether you're trading crude or a lot of you who trade Forex, you probably know this already. Markets are you just can't execute when the news is coming out. You either have tremendous slippage or you literally get finally filled and you're already at the profit target and you end up either losing something or not able to respond quick enough. But it just shows you, and it really is one of the trade secrets, is to learn your market and learn the events that really become great opportunities. And there are a few every month. For instance, we always like to trade with the Federal Reserve release, but we never trade it at 2:15 p.m. New York time. However, by 2:20 and certainly by 2:30, you typically have some excellent trading opportunities in multiple different markets. So we highly suggest you consider that. There's other reports as well besides the Federal Reserve, depending upon where you are in the world and how the news is impacting it. But one of the things to really do is, like I said, really know the behavior of your market. And as you're going to see here, there's even more opportunity in this market. I mean, here's a long that we had not that much later on a buy, and that was 71.12, and we got all the way up to our target at 71.37 right there. As you can see, that's worth another $250. And there was even a third trade that set up and triggered. As you can see, we had a few more setups, but no trigger until right here. And this short trade at 71, in this case 14, got all the way down to 70.86. 28-cent move, $280, and you can see there's your target there. And some of this trade only took about 9 minutes. Some take longer, some take more time. But you always have, as you can see, the setups are clear, the entries are clear, and all this happened standing aside ahead of the news, standing aside 5 minutes after the news. You don't need to feel like you're going to miss out. We actually missed 2 good trades, but they're not executable. So remember the trade secret, learn your markets, learn the events and the news that impact your markets, and typically one of the best rules is 5 minutes before, be on the sidelines. 5 minutes after, you almost always will have excellent opportunity to make those trades. So definitely keep that in mind. Crude oil is one of the many favorite markets that we have that we trade. This is a market typically that I would say is probably best for somebody with a little bit more experience because of the margin requirements, as well as the fact that this market moves very quickly. But as you develop a good experience and you master the strategy, this will definitely be a market a lot of the active traders might look at because you get a lot of trades in a short amount of time, and there tends to be a very nice range on many sessions with this market. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video here. As you can see, everything after the news, 3 straight trades that worked out for us. In this case, on crude oil, I'm showing you the 89 tick time frame. Of course, we can go with a variety of different time frames as well. And that's your latest update for the High Velocity Market Master. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the blog. If you're participating in the contest, of course, go ahead and detail the trade secret that you learned about this market, but it actually applies to many markets, whether it's E-mini futures, whether it's Forex, whether, of course, it's something like this with crude. It really definitely has an impact across a lot of markets. So that's it. We'll wrap it up here, and we'll be back with you again with another video soon.